and I might find myself going back to school to do some law. I might be a lawyer from an engineer.
And so this has encouraged us to say, if we continue to support more platforms, if we continue to do a lot of more e-government, then we can create many more jobs. I think we can double the number in a year.
And so our plan is in the short run to be able to get to the 1,450. In the long run, to be able to get everybody to be walking distance from a free Wi-Fi.
To police this country is not a joke, and it's not child's play. But our president has consistently invested in equipment, in resources, in training, and in capacity building. We've created so many special teams, we have entered into training and capacity building arrangements with other agencies that are operating in similar environments, Israel and the others in the Middle East and so on. And as a result, we have acquired very strong capability in terms of policing and managing the threats. If I tell you the number of dangers this man has saved us, you might decide to go back home and sleep and not go to the office. The truth is, we are faced with challenge, terror and all those things. And that's why we have done more work. And I am going to be everlastingly grateful to our security sector people, because the multi-agency team arrangement that the president brought in place, where all of us sit in one room, the intelligence agencies, the policing agencies, the special investigation teams, and so on and so forth, has borne serious fruits. We can now see and talk, like serious environments talk, about the turnaround time in terms of responding to a danger. And we have bound ourselves, my brother the IG is here, that in certain cities in our country, we must get down to less than 5-minute response. And that's how we measure our efficiency and how we measure our success in securing the country. We are fine. From Dusi 2, you can see how we have kept building the capacity in the security sector. And we are better off. And our budget did not increase. We've remained with the same budget. The difference is that, I am not shy to say this, we brought down the corruption in the procurement in the security sector to zero. Because in the past, air was being sold there, police didn't have boots. This man will tell you how people were, the same people are making noise out there and telling us about how they're going to reform the police, who was applying police bulletproof vests for $900 when in the factory they are costing $90, and so on and so forth. These mad people were the problem. They're claiming to be the solution now. But the truth is, we are in the right place and we are ready. My brother will tell you about numbers and deployment and our constant engagement to ensure that we provide support and secure our country. And that's why I'm confident to tell you the number of even special units we have deployed within the city alone. We are ready to secure our country and we are safe. We are ready to support the IBC to manage the elections. I saw somebody last week saying that they have deployed I don't know who to collect views about how the complaints the police have, so that when they come to power, they will resolve those problems. Sometimes you can actually laugh if it wasn't a serious issue. Those fellows who are saying that, some of them have sat with them in the National Security Council. And my brother here can bear me out. They have never said one thing about the police, one, when we are in those meetings. They will only talk about the police if there is a tender. Now they are saying they are the ones who are going to provide solutions. They know nothing about the investments that we have made. They don't know the hospitals that we have built. When President Kenyatta took the oath of office in 2013, we didn't have the special training unit, which is the envy of everybody in Kanyonyo. And the hospital that we have built there, and the services we are providing, and the specialized training we are doing, and the capacity we have built there, so that we are able to police the entire of that region, and the equipment and the resources we have acquired. That's why we could arrest terrorists who escaped from Kamiti in a matter of 72 hours. They have no clue. Our budgets have not increased. It's just that we manage the resources better. That is why we have money now to do the hospitals. If those budgets were managed differently in the past, we probably would be having 6 hospitals by now. If air was not being sold to police officers in the guise of procurement and so on, if lies were not being told about procurement for the police, we would have been ahead. I like what Fimal said, Kagua. kagua before kuchagua. Kagua. We in the security sector know more than many of you about some of these things. And some of these people loitering around here saying things about the security sector, they actually know nothing because they don't pay attention. They have not been there. They don't bother. Actually, what I can tell you as a Kenyan public servant is that the country is fatigued. We have been campaigning for 4 years. And you in the private sector know this more than me. People have been running around for 4 years. It is time to conclude this nonsense and go back to work. That's what we want to do. And that's where the country is calm. That's where the country is safe. I have to play my role as the Minister of Security. Every time I come to the public, my first duty is supposed to tell you this. The country is safe and secure. You have nothing to worry about. Other than what I may call ordinary challenges in the North Rift, we have resolved problems in Marsabit and Isiolo and all those places. My brother, the IG, will tell you that our incidents of crime and reported incidents of even hooliganism and disturbance related to elections, when you compare this period this year and where we were in 2017, because I have this fortunate or unfortunate dubious distinction that I was in this same role in 2017. By this time in 2017, when you look at the incidents we had and the incidents we have now, what we have is less than a quarter of what we had received by this time in 2017, which is evidence that our country is by and large stable. My brother, Reverend Kobia, will talk to you shortly about the mapping of the hotspots. We have reduced them significantly. Some places that were hotspots in 2017 are no longer hotspots. So, by and large, if we stay on this trajectory and move on this trajectory, we are probably going to have one of the most peaceful electioneering season in the recent times in the country. Because I can tell you, the 4 incidents that we have had that have been reported, 2 of them have been conclusively investigated and we have court proceedings going on. 2 of them had to do with the conduct of the political leaders involved, and we have told them candidly, about what happened. We have seen that even if they are not given to admitting openly that they have had, we have noticed that they have changed from their behavior, which means they have had, as it were. So I think we hope for the best, but there are some issues we are going to talk about. For example, I'm going to challenge you private sector people. And we are here as citizens. I want to look you in the eye and tell you this. Stop funding crooks, yourselves as private sector people, who come to you at night and threaten you that if you don't support them, you are not going to do business after the elections. Some of these fools get money from you. Let us be very honest with you. So if you stop giving them money, they will not have money to stress us. So look inside and look yourself in the mirror. As you have conversations with us about these things, look at these people whose meetings you are going to at night and during weekends, and places where you are going in some of these sub-market estates in this town. Stop giving them money. And stop listening to those threats about you will not do business after the election. Why won't you do business? I mean, I may not claim to be an avid reader of the Bible, but no one has said that the world is coming to an end on 9th of August. The country will be here and the country will continue to be here. Let us be bold, courageous, and be truthful and faithful to our country and do what we must do. Look everyone in the face and tell them you don't have money to give them to pay crooks. So once you stop doing those things, because those people who give them money, some of them are your members. So Flora, have that meeting. If you want, I can even give you a list from the intelligence on who is giving who. Some of them are tax evaders who are now buying protection from some of these criminals. That's all. And the other problem that we are dealing with in this year's election, I've said it several times before, is a bribery of voters. That is going to be an unprecedented scale. We have seen it before. And I have said this, I'll repeat it again here. As a responsible public servant, if we are not careful, Kenyans, let us not pretend we are going to launder wash characters into elective institutions. with these thieves and so on, who are just loitering around looking for money. How would you have your money to give people in a restaurant every morning, 500 shillings? You are business people, all of you private sector people. Where would you get money? Ask this Mzee here who has been in business forever. Where would you get money to be giving people moving around the restaurant? One estate here in Nairobi, a candidate is moving around restaurants, giving people 500 shillings each. That is not your money. You know where the money is coming from. So unless we are very serious about this thing, we are going to get these characters into parliament. So, and you want them to amend your tax laws. You think they will. So you have an interest as much as we do.
Mama wenzangu, so far tumefikisha 350k kwa akaunti yetu ya chama. Tufanye aje na hizi pesa zetu?
Naona tununue vitenge zinafanana. Vitenge. Hapana, tununue sufuria za non-stick.
Sufuria.
Tununueni curtain.
Ai, mama wenzangu, vote tununue kaploti.
Kuna watu wanauza plots na nyuki. Na nyuki? Hebu tuwapigie simu watupe uhondo. Hello.
Thank you for calling Octaven. How may we assist you?
Can we get a plot with 350,000 in Nanyuki?
Yes, you can get a plot at the Great Oasis Gardens in Nanyuki today for as low as 349,000 shillings.
They're inspiring possibilities.